Hello there. I just wanted to make this video a quick explanation of why I use medium density fiberboard for cabinet doors. This is a cabinet door covered with Formica that I made approximately 10 years ago. This is the front of the door. This is the back of the door. So 2 holes drilled and bored out to put the concealed hinges that pop in there. And you can see when I manufacture the door, I completely cover every area in Formica. The edges are mica'd, the back is Formica wrapped, the front is Formica. So the medium density fiberboard is completely sealed inside Formica. Now it's actually a Formica door. Alright, the reason I do that is because the MDF is the most rigid, straightest, strongest board available for cabinet doors. It doesn't twist like plywood. It doesn't warp in the sense that you can take a sheet of perfectly good looking 4x8 sheet of plywood, bring it home, buy it from the store, bring it home, and it looks really good, and you leave it there overnight, and you wake up in the morning, you come back here to cut it and make your cabinet doors, and it's bowed, it's curled like a banana. Well, after that happening to me too many times about 20 years ago when I got started in this business, I said, sorry, but plywood's good for countertops because you're screwing them down tight to a frame base. Good for backsplashes, water splashing on it, you're going to adhesive it to the wall and seal it to the countertop. It's fine for that. I use plywood for all my countertops and backsplashes. Cabinet doors, there's nothing better than medium density fiberboard, which is what this is. I will not make cabinet doors out of plywood because it's not so much a cost factor, it's the warping. I've seen it warp too many times in too many ways. And also plywood has indefinition and invariance in thickness. You can buy a 4x8 sheet of good looking plywood, and this end is going to be 5/8 thick. This end is going to be minus a 32nd, even a possibility of a 16th less than the other. So when you make your doors and you have these perfectly aligned cabinet doors, now you have one on this bottom corner that's 32nd of an inch thinner, narrower than the thickness of this door. I don't need those kind of problems in my business, so I won't even attempt anymore to make plywood cabinet doors. It just don't work for me. So it's not such a big thing of the price. I'd just charge a little bit more if they wanted plywood doors, but I would have to tell them, you know, hey, if you got warped doors and I can't align them, don't blame me, that's what you wanted. These, I can give you perfect alignment, good looking door. Like I say, this is 10 years old, but it looked like it was made yesterday. These are just some ideas. This is plywood, left from a backsplash. You can see this ain't bad, it got a little bit of warpage. The other thing that's a bad thing with plywood is a lot of times there's little air pockets in between the plies. The plywood itself, you'll find little air pockets about 1/8 of an inch thick where it's hollow. And those air pockets might be here, and you can actually take your fingers, and if you squeeze hard enough, you can actually indent it. That's where you got to watch out for weak areas. I don't like that idea either, especially when you put it on hinges and stuff. There's just a few of the problems I've had with it, like I say. But this is 5/8 industrial board, 5/8 industrial grade particle board that has this white melamine mica-like finish, as you see here and as you see here. It comes coated with this finish on both sides. It's an extra dense, extra strong made industrial grade, what they call melamine board, that is made specifically for manufacturing cabinets. It's one of the best boards around. It actually costs more than plywood, and it keeps its straightness. So it's very good. I use it for manufacturing all my cabinets, boxes themselves, and for the shelving. This is the MDF 5/8 medium density fiberboard I was telling you about. It's very good. It's stronger than particle board, which ain't a big deal because I've never had a broken cabinet door of particle board in the 20 years I've been in business. Water resistance, they're all going to be the same. If you start throwing water, dripping water all over your cabinets and you leave it there, if it penetrates the edge of the mica because you haven't wiped it up and dried it within 24 hours, you're going to get a little opening in the edge. you get a flood or a big roof leak, even if it's plywood, it's gonna, besides warping, it can eventually work its way into the edge and it can rot too. The plywood will rot as well. I know I've ripped many of them out that way. And also the sheeting of the plywood will start to come apart. It'll start sheeting. Okay, those were just some questions people have asked me about, and I wanted to show you that. I would like to show you again, if I can, well, when plywood doors warp, just think of a couple of bananas, because that's how they look. And when you have that thickness problem where one's thicker than the other, you can expect it. Plywood doesn't have 100% true thickness tolerance like either medium density fiberboard or particle board does, which are man-made boards. Okay, that's about all I wanted to say, and good luck with your project. Thank you. Thank you very much.